Mobile Geeks coverage of CES 2014 is powered by ASUS.
Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and I'm at Lenovo's restaurant over here in Aquanaut, and they're actually showing off this NEC device because Lenovo and NEC have done or are doing a joint venture, and Lenovo will actually launch these devices in the US under its own branding, so it's going to be Lenovo LaVie Z series. This is the Z series 13-inch devices, and this is the HZ550, and you are not going to believe how much this weighs. This is just 779 grams, which means it's 1.72 pounds, which is ridiculously light for a 13-inch device. And the way they're doing it is they're using magnesium alloys on this device, so it's stunningly light. It's basically half the weight of your average, for example, Lenovo Yoga 13 of the second generation, which was 1.46 kilograms, and even that was already light. But this is just insanely light. The reason why it's so light in this case, 779 grams, is because they're taking out the touchscreen, which adds around 200 grams. There is another model of the same series that has a touchscreen, and that weighs in at 926 grams. So it's just a bit heavier because of the touchscreen stuff, and a larger battery, actually. In this case, they're taking this out. You have a full HD screen or a WQHD screen, which is at 2560 by 4040 pixels, and it's got a matte screen, so as you can see there's basically no reflections except for the light that gets split up there. It doesn't fold completely over, which is another feature that the other 13-inch model has that Nicole was showing you. So you can actually flip the other one completely over. This just goes flat to 180 degrees, which is totally fine considering the fact that this is so super amazingly light that you can use it at pretty much any point in your life, even in bed or wherever you might be able to use that folding flat thing. Under the hood, we are talking about Intel Broadwell SoCs, so there are full Broadwell SoCs in here, not the Core M. So it's going to be the Core i7-5500U, which is the maximum model on this. The starting price on this is around $1,300, or they're planning or gunning for $1,300 as soon as it will come out. We have 8 gigs of RAM in here and 128 gigs of flash storage. Probably goes up to 256. And I'll just give you a quick tour around the device. So on the front, again, 13.3-inch screen, 2560 by 1440 or full HD. Then we have a 720p camera up here. Those are the hinges, and this is still the Japanese model, but the US model is certainly going to have just a standard keyboard on here. We have a fully clickable trackpad. No, it's only clickable at the bottom right here. It's got a matte finish basically, but it's got some kind of a small glitter to it, so it looks really shiny, and like it definitely has the looks for a high-end device, and it also has the build quality. It does flex a bit because it's so super light. It especially shows on the screen, which you can see here, that it's bending slightly, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. And let's take a quick tour around. We have full-size HDMI on the back. We have 2 USB 3 ports right here, plus your SDXC slot, and over here this USB port is also charge capable. Then we have the 3.5mm headset jack. Nothing on the front, typical Japanese edgy design right here. Nothing on the side here. The other model actually has a volume rocker right here because you can also flip this over and use it as a tablet. Then we have the power button right here, plus your 3 status LEDs. If you look at this power port right here, this actually looks exactly like the one that is on the Lenovo devices, at least up until the Lenovo Yoga 3 Pro. Next, there is Kensington key lock, and that's basically it. On the back, you have the vents for the Core i7 that's in here, because it is definitely one of the higher-end devices that runs at up to 15 watts. Down here, we have the fan vents, and that's pretty much it. You can exchange the battery or turn that, like run it without a battery, but that's not necessarily a problem. The whole thing, again, weighs just 1.72 pounds, and it will be launching in the US pretty soon for, as of $1,300. It's going to be more with the higher end models. Before I forget, I got to tell you about the battery. This is going to have a battery life of around 6 hours on the low end version, or on the clamshell version that has 779 grams. I can't say it often enough. And the flip over version, the 360 model, which is like in the Yoga design, will have about 9 hours of battery life. So this has just been a quick look at the Lenovo LaVie Z or NEC LaVie Z13 in the lightest version of only 779 grams or 1.72 pounds, which is the HZ550. I was rolling with Mobile Geeks, checking out these devices at CES 2015. And if you like what we do on our channel, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and we will see you later. Bye.